Thanks for coming in today. Check the map out here real quick. I'm going down by the B on Braithwaite Manor. Just want to see that because I'm only showing the map once for that. Okay, now that I'm running down there, I'll tell you what this is all about. I am going to show you how I restock after a battle. A lot of people ask me, you know, do I buy potions or do I craft them? You know, what do I do after I run out of explosive ammo in a fight? You know, where do I farm animal fat? You know, things of that nature. This is right after I filmed episode 9 of The Revenge of the Slippery Bastard. This is how I go about restocking with my character. Now, I happen to be in Lemoyne at the moment when I'm starting this restock. Initially, I free roamed into New Hanover, but got caught up in a little PvP before I even started restocking again, and that pulled me down to Lemoyne. And while I'm down here, since I was so close to this spot, I came down to pick up some apples. Now, as you saw while I was yabbering on just a moment ago, I picked up 15 apples in that one spot there. So this is a great spot to pick up some horse food. There's also a campfire you can craft at. And if you run over here, that little pen right there sometimes has a couple of pigs in it. So I checked, it didn't have any pigs this time, but sometimes it'll have pigs, pull a couple animal fat out of there as well. Now I'm going to go over to New Hanover. There is Valentine and there is Heartland Overflow in New Hanover. So I have like a 60 to 75% chance of ending up close to somewhere I need to be, because Valentine is where I get and craft my snake oils, and also there's a butcher. There is a fire where you can craft invulnerable to PvP, so people can't mess with you while you're crafting. So I really like using Valentine for my crafting of my tonics. And then after this, we're going to head over to Heartland Overflow. Now, I'm going to show you some maps on the screen so you can see exactly what I'm doing, because I'm doing so much time-lapsing here. I don't want to like waste your time, because this, you know, took quite a bit of time here without the time-lapse. I don't want to waste your time with that. So I'm showing a map right now. This is the Indian tobacco I'm picking up. There's also 4 ginseng in this location. I've marked where the fire is on the map as well. And then in the yellow you see there under the E in Valentine, that indicates where there's a static buck spawn. So it may or may not be there. You know how the spawns are. They are or aren't there sometimes. But if you're in the area, you see a buck, man, I mean, you come right by this fire to do some crafting. The butcher's right here. You might as well as bring a buck over and make a couple dollars as well. And now this fire right here is next to a stranger called the Boy. Now once you've done a mission with him, then the area around him will become a safe zone for you. So you can come into this area and craft without having to worry about other players messing with you. You may have noticed while I was at the fire, there was another player patting on my horse. They also came and crafted at the fire with me, but they were grayed out. We were in passive mode, so we couldn't mess with one another, which is great. Now, if you walk over to this stew as well, you can eat some stew and still remain in the safe zone. You see, all these people are still grayed out to me, and I'm going to eat this stew safely without having to worry about anyone messing with me. Now, after doing that, I'm going to head back out. I'm going to do some more picking, because prior to crafting, I was full on ginseng. So I'm going to come over now and pick up some ginseng. There's some carrot. There's some yarrow. There are mushrooms. There's all sorts of things in this area. There's even some boulé, the mushroom that we had to pick a couple days ago for our challenge. That's like right outside of Valentine. I wish I would have known that for making a video to show you guys. I mean, I knew that was there before. Like, once I saw it since then, I was like, man, I knew that was there. Why didn't I think of it? But anyways, I know it's there now. So next time we have a challenge like that, I'm going to include that in the map as well, so you'll be able to see where that's at. Now, I got to the end where I picked 4 ginseng, and I just go into free roam. You know, the online menu, and go to free roam, and it loads you back in a new session, and all this stuff is pickable for a second time. So the second pass through, now I already picked the Indian tobacco last load, so when I came back and picked the ginseng last load, there was no Indian tobacco. So this time, I'm picking more ginseng, more Indian tobacco as I work my way back to that fire. At the original fire where the apples were, I crafted some snake oil then too. So I think at this point, I'm pretty close to being full on everything I need. No, I'm gonna need to do some more picking actually. And the game just froze on me at this point, which is gonna be kind of funny because like it's gonna set me back to when I log back in to the initial point where I logged out last time, which is right by ginseng. So I'm gonna be able to run right up this and fill back up again. But I'm almost full anyways, so it doesn't really help me too much. Fortunately, I don't lose the stuff I picked before the game crashed. That would be really annoying. However, if I were to have cleaned my guns prior to the game crashing, then I would have logged back in and found my guns were dirty again, and I would have lost my gun oil in the process. So that's actually kind of a little bit of a problem. I wish Rockstar would fix that. Another thing too is at the end of your session, when you decide you want to walk away from the Xbox and quit playing Red Dead, it's kind of important that you know how to properly exit the game. At the end of this video, I will demonstrate how to properly exit the game. A lot of people don't understand that you need to go into the story section of the menu and then select exit game, and it will back your character out of the session and properly save it. If you don't do that, if you just close down Red Dead Redemption, then what's going to happen is if you've cleaned any guns, then those guns will become dirty again. It simulates a crash, like the game crashed. So just like I explained, your guns will be dirty again, your gun oil will be gone, and you will be loading back in to where you did not necessarily log out from. So that it's really hard to explain. But if you want to properly save your progress in the online mode, then it's important to properly back out. So pay attention at the very end of the video on how I exit the game, because it's important to do that if you want to properly save. Now that I've finished crafting all of my tonics, I'm heading over to Heartland Overflow, which is right by Emerald Ranch or Emerald Station. Emerald Station would be the fast travel point. There are numerous duck spawns as well as a couple geese spawns. The one goose spawn is really good. There's so many geese there. I don't even know, maybe like 15 or 20 geese. It's very hard to down all of them. So you could actually bring a friend with you and farm animal fat with a friend even, and both you still would be doing really good in this spot. The ducks, they're usually not as numerous as the geese, but since you can get like 3 spawns kind of into your field of view at once. Now this is the northern goose spawn. And I don't really care for this spawn right here too much. I just wanted to show it to you guys. That's really why I'm up here in the first place. Normally I like to try and work the southern one, but sometimes it's really good at that northern one too. Like I'll go to the southern one sometimes and there'll be like nothing there, and then I'll go check the northern one and I'll be like, wow, there's so many here, it's ridiculous. So the geese really tend to be better than the ducks. The ducks, they do have potential. Later in the video, the spawn just glitches out, and I don't even know. There must be like 30 or 40 ducks flying around. I unloaded my gun and I'm trying to reload more. I'm trying to reload more and shoot some more and reload more and shoot some more. And then, like, I thought it was done, and a whole bunch more ducks started flying up. Now, see, how many geese are here? I don't even... Maybe I get half of them. Maybe. But they're just, like, they fly off in every direction. Look at the radar is just, like... How many geese are there? 3, 6, 9, 10? I don't know. But, like, I might have got half of them. So there's, what, like 15 or 20 geese in this spawn. It's ridiculous. And you don't get XP when you kill a goose for some reason. But I noticed, and I thought that was a change as of last update, because I thought I got them before the update. And then I was thinking that you don't get XP on the ducks either, but I notice you do get XP on ducks. So you do get 10 points XP on a duck, but not a goose, which I think is kind of odd. Maybe it's a glitch, and this guy here, I don't know what his deal is. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just coming into the station. Then he runs away. And I'm like, I got better things to do than just chase this guy. I got, crafting to do. I want to go to the it's dark. Okay, that spawn with the ducks, it's only good during the daylight hours. You can only find those ducks and those geese there between 5 a.m. and 9 p.m. game time. You press down on the D-pad, and it will tell you what the game time is. Now, I'm sending a message to this guy so that I'll be able to access his profile later and join on him and shoot him up a little bit. Because I plan on doing my crafting here, selling to the butcher, and then to kill some time while I'm waiting for morning to go farm some more animal fat, I'm going to go shoot that guy up a little bit. Because at this point, I'm waiting for daybreak. I've got time to kill, literally. So I'm going to go do some killing. So, okay, you just saw there how I exited the game. I went to story mode, and then go to exit game. And it will load you back out so that you can get back to the menu. So now I'm not in the game anymore. Like, I'm not logged in on a server. So now I can, and that's just, I'm going to rejoin on this guy who's on the same server I just left. And it's going to take me and fast travel me to him, which is kind of funny because I think he ran all the way from Emerald Station to Saint Denis to try and get away from me, perhaps, or maybe that's just where he wanted to go. And I fast traveled to Valentine, did some cooking, and then just like fast traveled on to him here. And that's kind of funny to me because he sent me a message like LMAO or something like that. And I think he thought it was funny, as if he thought I chased him all the way down here on my horse. But the joke's on him. I was minding my own business, doing my own thing, getting my crafting done, and just fast traveled down on him. And at this point, he's just going to get wrecked something. So it's time to dish out a little bit of revenge. I killed him once there. And that's going to be a twice shot. No, I don't know how many times I kill him. I kill him, I don't know, 4 or 5, maybe 6 times. And then I notice it's 5 a.m. So it's daybreak, and I can go back to farming some more animal fat. This guy is hardly worth my time. I mean, this is kind of like boring. Like a 1v1 is, come on. Like, if you don't have explosive ammo, just go mind your business. Because honestly, this is, even, I mean, later in the episode, a level 8 comes up and kills me while I'm trying to skin a duck. Alright, now, I didn't realize it's a level 8 at first. I came out, I shot him with an explosive round, but then I looked and saw he's a level 8. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to deal with this guy with my varmint rifle. So later in the episode here, you're going to see, and it's coming up here shortly, some varmint rifle slippery bastard gameplay. And at the moment I'm looking, and remember I loaded back into this server on that guy, so I thought maybe the geese and the ducks would respawn for me, because that's another thing. You can't get those spawns to respawn in the same session. Even if you wait overnight, you need to load into another session in order to get them to respawn. Look at all these geese. They're just everywhere. I mean, there must have been 8 of them that got away at least. And I downed 8 of them. So just in geese alone, you're looking at like 15 to 20 geese alone. That's not even counting the ducks. But unfortunately, like the most I've ever downed, the most geese I've ever done, I think is like 12. Now check out how many ducks are going to be here. There's a flock flying overhead. When I start shooting, the 3 spawns of ducks all fly up at the same time. And I'm shooting 1 duck, 2 duck, 3 duck. Like, I tried counting how many ducks I shot. You can't really count how many are downed at the end because some might start disappearing. I'd never seen so many ducks in my life in this game. And I'm just going to keep shooting at them. And then I think it's done. Like, I'm like, okay, there's no more ducks. And I look down and they've respawned. Like, this is not normal, you guys. Do not expect to ever see this happen. I've experienced this once or twice before. Never so crazy. I've never seen that many ducks as we just saw. But I have, on rare occasion, had them glitch out and respawn when they shouldn't. So I have kind of seen it, but don't expect to see that many ducks here, because it's way abnormal for this to happen. Like normally I would attribute it to like another player coming into the area and the other ducks being their spawn. I really don't know exactly what happened here. It's just like so many ducks. If I had a posse with me, I mean, can you even fathom how many animal fat we could have just farmed right there? I don't even know. Like, take a guess. Like, leave a comment below. How many? Oh, you know what? Maybe those ducks were because this person here was getting close. I don't know. That could be it. Those ducks may have spawned because that person was coming up on the area. Because they'll spawn for each player that comes into the area. It might have been Red Wolf coming into the area that forced those extra ducks to spawn on me. I don't know, but either way, that's pretty cool, isn't it? I mean, how many ducks were there? So that's just about it. I mean, I get into a little bit more PvP. You can see me do some headshots with the varmint rifle on this low-level player. I don't know what this person's thinking. Like, is this someone, Red Wolf, or you watch my videos? Do you see Sith Master who in a lobby and you think, oh, I'm going to go take a shot at him? Come on. I mean, that's just childish. It's like stream sniping. It's not cool. It's just not cool. Like, make a natural encounter with me, okay. But if you just come across the server looking for me, just grow up. No, nobody needs that. That's not what this game's all about. Tries lassoing me. Which is actually not a bad play. I gotta give him that. That was not the worst of plays to try lassoing me, but it didn't work. I mean, still got wrecked. This goes on for a little while, and then I'm gonna go get some moonshine and some more dynamite. And yes, I'm going to go to a fence and I'm going to buy it. Because I would rather go hunting and earn money and spend my time doing that than run around the map picking up moonshine here or there. I don't know which one is a faster method for getting moonshine, buying it, or going around and picking it up. But I know I'd rather go hunting and just buy my moonshine. That's actually one of the things I kind of love about moonshine, is that I can just buy it. I don't have to go farm it like animal fat. So if I ever get into the mood where I just want to PvP with incendiary buckshot, like I get into a fight in Rhodes or something, I can just run to the fence and buy some more moonshine and craft some more incendiary buckshot all day long. It's really kind of nice. So, you know, I get it if you think that it's a huge waste to buy moonshine, because, you know, you probably don't spend as much time playing as I do. You might not have $5,000-$6,000 cash and nothing really to spend it on. Like, if you're leveling up and you need your money to pay for upgrades on your card, if you don't have all the weapons yet, you know, you don't have good horses, then buying moonshine, bad idea. I'm 100% with you on that. Don't buy moonshine if you're in that situation where you need gear. But if you're in my situation where you got everything, then I see no harm in spending money on moonshine. When I get into a gunfight, having thousands of dollars in my wallet is not going to help me kill anybody. Having some moonshine and some incendiary buckshot all day long, that's going to be putting people down. That's just how I look at it. You know, I'm here to have fun. I'm not here to have a fat wallet. That's not fun to me. Sure, it's fun to, you know, make money at good, fast paces, but I make it to spend it. I don't make it to keep it. That's what I got it for, is to spend it. You can't take it with you. You know what I'm saying? So at a certain point, that person decides to run off, and I'm not one to go chase down a level 8 player. I'm going to let them go. I think they learned their lesson. I wish they would have just parlayed. I mean, really, to run off is kind of like Weasley. Just parlay, admit your defeat. Give me the satisfaction. No, back to the geese. And I've downed so many here, I'm going to be full. I'm not even going to need to completely skin all the rest of them. I think I look for, yeah, trying to find a couple 3 stars to throw on my horse. Because I'm going to fast travel out of here, do a little bit more crafting here in Valentine, eat some more stew, and then I'm fast travel over to Rhodes and get that moonshine. And I often will eat the plump bird meat and the game meat because that's what ducks and geese drop. So if I'm out PvPing, that's usually my go-tos to top my cores off. If I'm out hunting animals, I like to try and eat what I'm hunting. But sometimes I just, out of default, will just go eat the bird meat instead because I'm so used to doing that. And I sold some of my valuables to the fence. I like to keep a couple on reserve though, because there's that challenge that might pop up again to sell 5 valuables to a fence. So it doesn't hurt to have a couple on hand already. So if that challenge pops up, you might already have 5, but at least you'll be able to get the challenge completed by only having to go pick up maybe 1, 2, or 3. So if you always have like at least 2 or 3 valuables on you, the worst case scenario is you only have to go pick 2 or 3 up in order to complete selling them to the fence. That's my take on it. I kind of oversold there. I don't think I meant to sell that many, but I did save a couple because, you know, just explain why. So now I'm all stocked up. I've got my moonshine, got my guns cleaned, I got my tonics full, I've got food for my horse, got all my meats topped off, I'm ammoed up, I'm ready to rock. Just sell the rest of this off and I'm ready for another episode of The Revenge of the Slippery Bastard. Just got to find another crew to bring it so I can sing it, right? Now this is how you log out. Go to story, go to exit game, hit A for yes. That's it. Get you out of the game. That saves your progress so you don't have to log back in and find your guns dirty again, you're out your gun oil, or you've been fast traveled to some mysterious place. Nope. Next time you log in, you'll be right where you logged out. Everything will be saved. Thanks for coming in. Happy trails.